Hello, everybody. Welcome back, finally, to Star Wars Exile. We'll go over what happened here shortly, but we have a new face in our midst. So we'd like to go around real quick. We'll let everybody know who you are, who you're playing. We'll stop. We'll just stop. We're done. Bye. See you next time. Start in the upper left of our overlay, which is Ray. Ray, would you like to go ahead and go first for me, please?
Hey there, I'm Ray. You can find me at Red Mage Ray on Twitter. You can also find me over on Friends Who Roll Dice. We are actually, I'm just going to shamelessly plug this real quick. We are doing another charity fundraiser, which is going to be a month long. Our first game is starting tomorrow, which is going to be fantastic. I'm super excited to get that rolling. It's a bit more last minute in this particular case, as we are going ahead and raising money for the Philippines. They have been hit by two horrendous storms recently, so we want to go ahead and throw some cash their way. Other than that, I am playing Zel Kadar, who is a Keldor individual, Grey Jedi, Force sensitive, and I can't wait. I'm happy to be back.
Awesome. Kelly, would you do next for me?
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Kelly Murphy. You can find me at MightyMurph28 on Instagram and Twitter. I play your friendly neighborhood chatter fan and kleptomaniac, Snuggle. She's a 16-year-old who is trying to go straight and doing about like a 50-50 job of it. Let's be honest. Uh, let's see how she does with controlling her impulses and hopefully not getting her party killed. And she has a Darth Revan's mask from last game, guys. That's pretty cool.
Just a side note. Wonderful.
Side note.
Just a little side note. Just happen to have, Darth Revan's mask. That's all right, though. Mark!
There we go. I'm unmuted. Yes. Hi. I'm your host, Mark from Digital and Dice, and I am joining these fantastic people by playing GGE5, a hospitality droid who has some memory problems potentially, but is very happy to be here.
And would you like to introduce yourself and maybe give us a short synopsis of what happened last time?
Hello, good evening. I'm Hannah, and you can find me on Twitter at Stop That Old Woman. My character in this game, whom I totally remembered the name of, is Nis, and she is a Trandoshan soldier, and she is best described as a himbo or shimbo, who's really just down to have a good time. And bopping around in this universe, really no F's to give. But some really bananas shit happened last time this little group was together. And I will effortlessly summarize it for you now. So at the last, or not the last time we had get together, but the time before that, we were on Darth Revan's ship, and there was a big old fight and some shit was going sideways. Well, anyway, we jumped into hyperspace because our Wookiee Tafar, whom I call Buster, was trying to get us out of there. We landed on a planet, and come to find out that 10 years had passed since we absconded with Darth Revan's ship and jumped through hyperspace. So, Tafar died, and Snuggle ensured that he was buried, and it was very sad and everything. It's very nice. But while we were there, some communications were exchanged, and a Mandalorian named Saran Etta showed up. And after a very polite conversation in which no threats were made, we have learned that Darth Nihilus is in charge. And after some very pleasant commentary, Saran Etta has agreed to help us get off this planet if we, in exchange, deal with some plague that has beset them on their planet. So that is the current deal that has been struck, and we are now presently in the village with Saran Etta, having had a long rest. And that is the very boiled down summary of last time. Yay.
Yay. Good job. Take a force point for that.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that, but sure. Someone send me something in chat so I know what to do with that. Thank you.
Anyway, so you all have, I suppose, gone to rest for the evening. It seems like even on the planet Abyss, even the night is still fairly warm, fairly heavy with humidity. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to rest, but you do manage to catch a few winks, at least for a little while. When I would say all of you really are shook awake as the entire structure you're on begins to vibrate, and you see bright lights overhead that sort of sweep from the window beyond, and a loud noise that you would liken to maybe a craft had been very close to the village itself. It's loud enough and the vibrations are enough to actually wake you, however. So you all sort of stir within this dwelling that you've all came to reside in for the evening.
I'm gonna go see what that was. Any objections? We're good. 'Cause-
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
Okay, sweet. You want to ride or do you want to walk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you can ride.
I climb on her shoulders.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, so I imagine us like bursting through a doorway, and like I've got my weapon drawn, she has her weapon drawn. We look like two buffoons in a trench coat type thing.
Right.
It's awesome.
I assume I see them shooting out of the
Oh,
tent.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, wait, no, do I... Another round of babysitting.
So the two of you burst from the room, or from the door of this this hut that's several feet off the ground, and grasping the rail, you look out across the skyline and see just the faintest part of that light that passed overhead of you begin to descend into the foliage below it. Looks to be maybe a couple miles off, maybe south of you currently.
I look down to Nis. Do you think we should check that out? Or should we just go back to sleep?
Do we recognize anything on it? Is there any insignia or?
With it being night, especially, it's not a large craft. I'll give you that much information on it.
Okay.
If anything, it seems to be maybe some sort of smaller transport ship. The direction, however, does sort of pique your interest, as you do know that your craft that you had just left is off in that direction as well.
Yeah, let's go investigate that shit.
All right, let's make sure everybody else is awake.
Zell!
No.
I'm a few steps behind you. Yeah, I'm a few steps behind, just kind of like adjusting my mask, making sure that it's still in the correct place after,
Are you awake?
taking a nap.
Are you awake, Zell? Are you with us? You're not like
Exactly. You could be
doing
sleepwalking. Can you
Jedi
tell?
yoga.
Can you really tell if Keldar's awake?
That's true, actually, because the eye covers, so it would actually be. Yes, I am awake. Very awake. Thank you for the clicking. It's appreciated.
Subtlety is not my strength. We are gonna go see they landed near us, man. You see that? It's a problem because they could screw
Where
with our
our ship
ability.
is. Like where our ship is.
Yeah.
At least they're not Sith.
You don't know
You
what
don't know
they
that.
are.
You don't know that.
They could
Could
be
be
in a
Sith.
disguise.
Feels like the ship is too small, but yes, we should go and check just to make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I will take the kids to the ship.
Okay. And for
Kids?
simplicity's sake, we'll say that Ava's going to stay with Bastila and Revan, just in case, for some
Yes.
reason, he might awaken or something. Who knows? But she'll safeguard over the two, well, I'll say two Jedi, but at least one Jedi and one Sith that's now laying prone and passed out on the floor, heavily sedated from this journey so far. So you all descend the tree and begin to take into the night of the deep woods. And for simplicity's sake, I think we'll just go ahead and move our scene forward. So you come up to the still smoldering foliage that's left behind from the broken remains of Revan's flagship. Some of the fires are still going pretty well and strong. Even in the dampness, there's that black smoke that rises. How close do you all want to get to this location? Or how do you want to approach it, I guess I'll say better.
I'd say we would stick close to the tree line so that we aren't seen, but getting pretty dang close.
Okay. Going as a group, is someone going to scout?
Zell's our chaperone, so I mean, we might as well be a group.
Babysitter, yes.
Okay.
We'll stick together and stealth around a bit.
Okay. Who wants to roll a stealth for me? Okay.
I'm really good at this.
I figured you would.
Let's,
Like, I got a 32.
let's see. So, I got a 31.
I was damn close. Okay. So, guided by a snuggle, you sort of like, oh, don't step there. Keep to this land. Blah blah blah. You all draw close enough to get an eye on a closer eye on what's going on. What you see is a transport ship, not unlike the one that you all had taken to go drop Basil off before. The same sort of cargo ship. Very old model now, considering it's 10 years in the future. There's probably even more sufficient ways to get around, but it's a reliable transport. And you see what appears to be a figure who's can't really tell what sort of identification they would have, but they have like this large brimmed hat and like a cane they're sort of leaning on as they're looking down at the ground. Not too far from where you all buried Topher. Or Tafar, sorry. You see him.
Does this look like a human?
It looks humanoid. You see the figure begin to prod the ground.
Can we hear them say anything?
Not currently, no.
Snuggle whispers, "The grave robber. That's Trafar's grave."
I mean, it's not exactly marked. Perhaps he's simply making sure it is not trapped. We could go and ask him, you know.
Does it look like there is anyone else there?
Currently, no,
Yeah.
it does not. You don't see anybody in the vicinity. Just that one person currently.
With the cane?
Right.
Red flag. I got red flags all over the place.
You can wait in the wings, and I will go have a discussion with him.
Do you want to... You're probably the most diplomatic one of us. Snuggle would just try to rob him blind, and I just don't care. So, yeah, you should probably go talk to him.
Okay.
Stares at years of isolation beforehand. I'm brushing up on my people skills.
Okay.
Just,
This is a job for her, and she's not here right now. So you're just going to have to, pull your pants up and take care of it.
Yeah, because I'll hold him up. I'll steal his stuff. I'll do it.
I hit him.
And then I'll steal his stuff. Teamwork.
I'm just gonna sigh deeply and start walking towards this figure.
Okay.
You got this.
You hear Snuggle whisper, "Remember, you're a Jedi."
Okay. Are you trying to sneak up on this person, Zell, or are you just walking straight towards it?
This humanoid doesn't seem particularly dangerous. I'll just wander over.
Okay.
I say wander with purpose.
Wander with purpose.
It's nice weather we're having today, huh?
Fly casually.
No, the typical kind of,
Right.
diplomatic, solid walk.
So you begin to walk over and you watch this figure sort of get down closer to the ground. He just bends over very slowly, using his cane to steady himself. You see him start to press the dirt away a little bit with his hands. He sees you start to come into his peripheral and very slowly begins to push himself back up. You can see that from here he's got this long, armored trench coat almost, and this really thick, salt and pepper beard and a wide hat. He looks at you with some astonishment, and you see him sort of press his coat to the side and reach for a blaster at his hip.
You lost, my friend? Or have you lost something?
He slowly moves his hand away from it and goes off into his side and pulls out one of these sticks and cracks it, and you see light begin to pour out from it as he looks in your direction. Oh, it's you. It's like I'm looking at a ghost.
Looking at a ghost. What exactly do you mean by that? Have we met?
Well, we met on Taurus about 10 years ago. Don't tell me you forgot me so soon already, huh?
You were our benefactor.
What happened to our property down here, huh? Did you keep them or what?
Your acquaintance saved our lives. Lost his own in the process.
Well, that's a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
shame. Would you be able to dig out the signal out of his head for me? It's pretty expensive, and I don't want to waste it, you know.
If you wish to desecrate the grave, you will need to do that yourself.
I won't see so prim and proper about grave robbing and such. Hey, well, what the hell happened to you all, huh? Send you off on one fucking mission and you disappear for 10 years.
It's a complicated question to answer.
It's very complicated. You had my fucking ship for 10 years. You owe me some money for that, you know.
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't exactly our choice. When your friend decided to do what he did, it messed some things up, including your ship. It was not our responsibility.
Well, we got a few things to cover here. Well, he's not my friend, he's my property, yeah? So you owe me for one dead walking fucking carpet, for one thing, and all the cargo on my ship, plus the ship itself. So you sent me back about 100,000 credits, yeah?
Like hell we did.
Oh, fuck, they're multiplying, are they?
Liar! You're mean. You're still mean. You haven't changed in 10 years.
Christ, did they all survive?
Oh, we survived. We're pissed you're not digging up his grave. He did more for us than you'll ever do in your pathetic, miserable life.
God, you're so fucking sentimental about things. Where the fuck's my ship at anyway, eh?
You're what?
My ship.
Speak basic.
No, it's okay. And I kind of, I point towards the wreckage, and I just go, it's over there, and there, and there, and over there,
Fucks.
and a little bit over there as well.
So what the fuck happened? You see him begin to like lean down again and start to like push some of the dirt away.
You
Time
left
travel.
out you left out some critical details about this mission, and you expect us to pay you? No, sir. See, to us, your package that we needed to deliver is alive, and we haven't failed, so we don't owe you shit for your dumbass dinky ship.
I didn't say you failed a mission. All I said is you owe me for a fucking ship that ain't fucking here anymore.
Not my problem. We weren't told that we had to secure your damn ship. That tin can wasn't going to make it anyway.
Quite a mouth on you, eh? Well. So, he looks behind him, sort of waving his hand. This is what remains of the flagship of the great Darth Revan, is it?
Probably worth about 100,000 credits, don't you think?
It won't be worth shit all, mate. It's fucking busted.
Scrap and information.
By the time we get somebody to drag this shit out of this fucking hellhole, it'd be worth less than anything else I could pull out of it.
You're a very negative person. We're trying to give you options here, but you keep shooting them down.
Oh, I'm negative. I'm negative. I didn't abscond with somebody's shit for 10 fucking years now, did I?
You sent us into the middle of the battle, and we were going to deliver Bastila to Revan's ship, which you did not disclose to us before. Therefore, you violated our contract, and we don't owe you anything.
I don't give a fuck all about the contract. I really don't.
Then we don't give a fuck all about your ship.
I like you. You a little sassy thing you are. But really, the contract was null and void the moment you left, mate. I'm sorry, but your role in this had nothing to do with getting Bastila to that ship. Well, I mean, I suppose in a way it did, but well, you sort of succeeded in it, so good for you.
Yeah, I don't have
lucky.
anything to do here. Let's go. Let's leave.
You're very lucky that both of these individuals haven't killed you by now.
True.
I have patience. They do not. Bear that in mind.
So did you end up delivering Bastila to Revan like you're supposed to, huh?
I thought it didn't matter. You just said it didn't matter, that our contract was null and void the moment we left. So why do you care?
Contract doesn't matter, but the terms of it, oh well.
That's still part of the contract. Terms of
Yes
the contract
and
are in the
no.
contract. The contract doesn't matter, then we don't owe you any information.
I was hoping I didn't have to deal with, well, the three of you
Let's
at
tell him to
least.
steal a ship. Like, taking a ship is kind of like getting paid for killing him, right, Nis? It's kind of like getting paid.
Oh, it's definitely like getting
Wait,
paid.
for killing who exactly? I'm not.
You. I want to
Yeah.
make like Nis does, and she does it by killing people.
You know, I work for the
And you don't go to
exchange,
the dark
right?
side, because I don't. Well, I kind of hate you.
You can hate me all you want. It don't really fucking matter to me. I mean, I work for the exchange, and if you think you're going to get off anywhere else and be free in the system, by all means, continue your fucking jabbering at me. I quite appreciate it, really, I do. You ain't got nothing over me.
You know that you're here.
You don't have anything over us.
No.
So we're just gonna like walk away now.
No, you can walk away if you want to. It's about this time that you hear a crash from the inside of the remains of the ship itself.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Hopefully, it eats you first.
I'll deal with you later.
Yeah, you'll try.
Fucking Chad fan. Anyway, you saw him sort of like push himself up again. He looks like the years have not been very kind to him, needless to say. Not that you all would care, but he begins to move towards the ship. And I guess they would all be greeted by a couple of eyes. Not quite sure. Mark, what does your character look like? Sort of peering out this broken helm, we'll call it, from the front of the ship, this shattered glass and this broken cockpit.
You would probably see what looks to be at one point might have been a friendly droid-looking face. That the creases in the various plates might have looked like it would have had like a knowing smirk, but it seems to have been dented in due to extensive damage from the obvious. Two eyes, one of them slightly offset due to a crack on one side of the head. Otherwise, the chassis looks to be in oddly good repair. The arms, legs, chest, everything that seems to be, It seems to be in good working order and only has some light scratching on the plating. The head seems to have taken most of the damage. And it just kind of, with slightly offset spinning, one eye, then the other focusing, and cocks his head to the side. Am I on the other side of glass at this point?
You can if you would like to be.
Just like puts one hand up, knock, knock, knock.
And there's probably like a shatter sound as the glass breaks, but right underneath your droid hand. It's pretty fragile as it is at this point.
Looks down at the glass, looks back up. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
To where?
They look around for a moment. Normally I would be welcoming you to Easy's Hydration Depot on Redacted, where I serve only the finest refreshments to Redacted, and the Redacted of their finest Redacted.
Awesome.
Who's redacted?
Oh, obviously that's Redacted. Of course you know them.
Snuggles
This
is
droid is broken.
It's broken.
Internal diagnostics don't show any lasting damage.
So he's broken. It just sounds like he's been wiped, eh?
He's not with you?
I ain't fucking with me. Well, I need
He's
some
not with us.
broken ass droid with me, eh?
I don't know, dude. You've always been weird.
Yeah. Flattery only gets you so far.
Well, currently I'm owned by Redacted, and I'm the proprietor of, and I turn around and vaguely wave at the wreckage of the ship, my establishment.
Have you always worked on the ship?
Of course, I've always been stationed on the Redacted.
Okay, so are you aware of what's transpired here?
From what I understand, Redacted happened.
Awesome. Well, just to fill in the redacted, Darth Revan's dead, basically. So I'm not sure who you belong to or who you need to go to now, but
I believe I previously mentioned I am owned by Redacted.
right. Awesome.
What is redacted? Who is redacted? I've never heard of this person before.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
It's a term. The droid's memory has been broken.
Maybe I can fix it. I'm good with it.
Information has been pulled out of it deliberately.
I'm
Snuggle, you
dreadfully
can't make
sorry.
him any worse, so go for it.
Snuggle kind of walks up to you.
Hello,
I'm Snuggle. What's your name?
I am GGE5 Snuggle. It is a pleasure to meet you. If there's anything I can do to make your, I'm assuming, scavenging any more comfortable, I would be more than happy to do so.
I like you already, Gigi. Would it be okay if I looked at your head? It looks a little cracked.
Oh, I don't necessarily have any particular reason why not. Normally I would go to Redacted for repairs.
Well, consider me redacted, and let's see if I can help you.
By all means.
Okay.
Of
So-
course, I will have to ask for your voice print command lock before I allow you to access any internal systems.
I don't have one, and anyone who does have one is dead. Is it possible for you to make me a new one?
Unless I am given absolute proof as to my owner's deceased nature, I will of course have to rely on their voice print command lock to unlock any of my functions. Currently, my owner is Redacted.
Yeah, I know.
You know them? Of course. Then if you would lead me to them, I will of course have this all taken care of.
Oh, I forgot how much I hated droids. It's been so long.
I'm really sad to hear that, sir. If there's anything I can do to help you, I would be more than happy to do so.
You got any alcohol, vodka, maybe?
Ooh,
Lemon?
snaps.
Oh, I reach down and a sliding tray actually pops out the left side of my body, and I pull out 2 bottles of surprisingly still, whole bottles of some sort of clear liquid. I, of course, can mix you a drink of any kind you need. I am fluent in most beverages of the core worlds and beyond.
Vodka in a glass. That's all I need.
I can make something approximate to that.
Sweet.
Do you have a glass nearby?
Yeah, I can just shoot it right in my mouth.
I suppose. Just make sure that your mouth stays away from the opening. I have other proprietors that might, look down on that sort of behavior.
Well, if a redacted shows up, you could tell him he could kick my ass.
Fair enough. Just hold bottle up.
Yep.
Pour a shot. Exactly 1 shot.
Just like Ninja Turtle style or something. It's awesome. Very excited about this.
Put it back. Goes back in.
So, Gigi, out of curiosity, is there some sort of database of these voice print command thingies? And who would
My
I
voice
get-
print command lock is assigned to a very specific individual that I will require their voice command to unlock any of my other functions, as well as to be reassigned any other duties.
Is there any way to override this?
What would be the point of a voice command override if I was able to override it?
Well, he dead, I'm assuming, because look where you are.
Allegedly.
Well, what happens if your owner is dead, but we can't prove it to you, but, your face is pretty bad, man.
Obviously, I would have to reach out to Redacted to get further instructions.
But what if Redacted is dead?
Can you reach out to him?
I suppose I can attempt, as long as I can get to the communications array on... Turn back to the wreckage. The Redacted.
Sweet. Why don't you go try that?
Do you happen to know the way? The hallways seem to have been reconfigured.
Yeah, because we crashed. So,
You were crew aboard the
nothing.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then, as patrons, I am, of course, obliged to assist you in anything you may need.
Listen,
Can you let her access your brain
Of course not.
panel?
Not without the voice print command lock.
listen,
So that's what we need.
mate, what would happen if you've been, I don't know, fucking abandoned for the last 10 fucking years? Does that make a difference to you?
Checking my internal clock. What year is it?
I don't even know the answer for this.
Yeah, I
Your
don't
present
think we
day
actually
plus 10
established
years.
A
Yeah.
year.
10 years. Ah,
10 years since you were last accessed.
the last time I was talking with Redacted, it would be out of protocol for them to abandon me. And if they have abandoned me, they would more than likely have assigned me a different role via their command lock. But in the case that they are no longer around, I suppose that I would have to reconfigure that. But I cannot access the reconfigure protocols without the voice print command lock.
That seems like a really dumb problem. That's why there should be an override or a
I'm
backdoor.
very sorry to hear that. If you would like, I may put you on a brief hold while I attempt to communicate with my superiors.
Can we
But you
just
need
hold
to
him
go to
down?
the communications array.
It's somewhere around here.
So you've been serving on this ship, on Revan's flagship, yeah? For how long?
I have been in operation for Redacted years.
I'll tell you what, mates. You let me have that droid there and I'll consider your debt clean and void.
Sure.
I like them.
Yeah, dang. Well,
He's
one,
just
we don't have a debt to you. So just because
No.
you say we have a debt doesn't mean anything.
You don't have a debt.
Yeah, there's no debt. We were not notified in writing at least 90 days prior to the first time you notified us of debt. So, no, there's no debt.
Sir, are you also a member of this crew?
Oh, of these things, yeah. Fuck, no. Nothing to do with him as much as I can help it, at least. I'm
Sorry,
more
sir. I'm going to have to ask you then to step back from the crew. Part of my programming does require me to step in and intervene if there is going to be any sort of violence between a member of this crew and
Well,
anyone who would accost them.
You would have to understand that they're not really part of the crew either, are they? They sort of
He's
snuck
lying.
aboard the ship, didn't you?
He's lying, and he really doesn't like redacted. He doesn't. In fact, he's here to kill redacted.
She ain't got a fucking clue, does she?
Your owner.
I believe they have self-identified as crew. I am going to run it by the internal crew manifest that I have.
Yeah, my crew photo looks like this.
Internal crew logs are no longer available, but unfortunately I will have to take their words on this matter. Sir, I will have to ask you to step back, please.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to have to ask you to step back.
Right. Well, I'm sure what people would pay good to know what's going on here.
What people?
Who listens to you anyway?
Apparently he works for the exchange.
The same people that wanted me to get Bastila to Revan in the first place. You know, that kind of thing.
Cool. You go tell Darth, whomever that you work for, that we don't care.
I will send those words verbatim to him, just for you.
That's a lot of information.
I think we need to kill him and keep his ship.
Zell, you've got to be our moral compass right now. Because I'm leaning a little towards Snuggle.
You're welcome to try if you'd like. I mean, I might be old, but had my fair share of gunfights and all.
I would
Waste
like to
your
make
time.
you aware that my programming does not allow me to cause lethal harm to anyone, but I would be, of course, remiss if I did not at least have some function that would allow me to remove this person from the premises if that is required.
I think that might be required, Gigi. But
Sir, it seems you are bothering my patrons.
Oh, certainly forgive me. All right, I'm sorry for bothering your patrons. Let me just get back on my ship now. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can't let you leave at this point.
Real bad.
And we're certainly not going to bury you next to Buster because he was a good guy and you're you. So
Well, I haven't had a good counter offer yet, so you know.
Well, we're not giving you Gigi. I don't think Gigi would want to go with you. He doesn't treat his subordinates very well, Gigi. Very bad.
Yeah. Did you hear him? He was talking about our friend as if he was property. And that's not nice.
Well, you see, the problem is when I got here, I made sure to tell my friends about the wreckage I found. So if you want to kill me, that's great and all, but you're still going to have a shitload of Sith on your ass before too long if I don't report back. So,
I mean,
by all
not to put too
means.
fine a point on it, I am property.
See?
But you're not his property.
Correct.
Exactly, and that's what's important. And you're not our property either.
Of course not.
But we want you to come with us.
I see.
We just don't want you to have to stay out here in this wreckage by yourself. That seems lonely.
So, where are we in relation to Douchebag's ship?
Ein Arn.
It would be about 50 yards west of where, well, east technically, east of where the ship had crash landed originally. So you're a couple miles south of the village, and it's 50 yards about east to where you all are at currently.
Okay, so his ship, Ein Aaron's ship, is about 50 yards away.
Correct.
Gigi, how would you go about knocking him out?
I'm programmed with several different subroutines that would allow me to either incapacitate or at least lower their ability to fight back while they were physically removed from the premises.
I look at Nuss. I was like,
You only agreed to leave. If you're going to punch me without giving me the chance, that's not much sport-like, is it?
Well, by all means, if you are already leaving, then you are free to do so.
Well, by all means. I'll see you all later, yeah?
How close are we?
We're 50 yards away from his ship.
No, how close are we to him?
Oh.
I know you guys were behind where
Yeah, but we kind of
Zelkadar was. So Zel, you're probably like
approached.
within like 10 feet of him. And we'll say the rest of them are probably 25 feet or so.
Can I
I'm
shoot
just.
him?
You are welcome to try.
Zell, what do you want to do? Because he's going to go tell his Sith friends that we're here and we owe them a debt, which is a lie. A lie.
Kick trash and you only end up getting muck on your boot.
Is this one of those like meta things that you need to like be cerebral about, or is there actually any problem if we kill him?
It's not worth wasting the time. And he's certainly not worth your blast.
Okay.
I always liked your kind, yeah? Yeah.
I'm gonna literally turn heel. I'm gonna start walking away. And I'm just gonna lean into Nis's ear as I start walking. Just say, aim for the head.
Oh!
Okay. So you all begin to walk, and he starts to sort of stumble, I guess we'll call it, loose in this loose ground towards his ship.
Do I have any attack modifiers that I would need to know about before I make this roll?
No. No.
What? I got a 5. In what universe does that happen?
Doesn't sound right.
I know.
According to the math, it says rolled a 3 plus 2.
Yeah, you should have more than a 2 to attack, though.
Yeah, it says total 2 on my sheet. I'm looking to see if I've got something in here wrong. To be fair, though, I don't feel like we've done much attacking recently, so...
But you...
Oh, it's just been the one-shot kills for the most
I know.
part.
It should be what your level plus your strength modifier, or your dex modifier, correct?
So,
Yeah,
level
yeah.
4 plus, that'd be 4 plus 2.
So it would be plus 6, not plus 2.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the level part in here.
See that?
That's super weird.
So we'll change that. Plus dex. There we go.
Ooh, you changed it.
I changed it.
Do you want me to re-roll?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it. Because I'm nice.
17!
Okay, so you fire off. And you see him sort of duck as this ray of light begins swimming towards him. The blast going over his shoulder and exploding in the woods just past him. You see him turn to look at you. And it's not even like a look of anger, but just like a look of like...
It's a warning shot, you prick.
You shouldn't have fucking done that. You know that, right?
May I interest anyone in a game of Pizzac?
Well, I love Pizzac.
A holographic board actually pops out in front.
I don't think this is the time, Gigi.
Oh,
This man is threatening us again.
I see. I may have misread the situation. My apologies.
That's okay.
Nis, he breaks eye contact with you and just keeps on walking. Like he's not even bothered by it.
Thank you for coming, sir. If you have any feedback, please submit it to my superiors.
Hey, your manufacturer's fucking shite, mate.
Understood. Thank you for your feedback. He was a nice fellow, wasn't he?
No.
Very bad man.
Oh,
Probably worth not staying on this planet too much longer.
I'm surprised the Mandalorian hasn't shown up yet. He's all like self-righteous and shit.
As am I.
Let's go back to town. Let's let him go because he's gonna cause whatever trouble he's gonna cause.
Okay.
All right, come on, Gigi.
oh, of course. It doesn't seem like I have any other use here currently. I would
Hold
be happy to
on.
assist you.
Hold on one moment.
Of course.
Did you say that you belong to this ship?
No, of course not. I of course belong to Redacted.
Never mind. Just sigh and carry on.
Okay.
Very well.
Anything else you all want to do here?
Well, I guess we're not killing him, so no.
Sorry.
You can definitely try if you'd like to. No one's stopping you.
You're right. But the consensus is we're gonna let him live for now. So Snuggle will respect her friends.
That shot might have said otherwise, but yeah, okay. So you let
Indeed.
you let him get aboard his ship, and it begins to disappear within it. The ramp lifting back up, and you can soon see the thrusters begin to raise the ship from the ground. The rest of you going to stay here around the ship at all, or are you heading back to the village? What's the dealio?
I think we should go back to the village and find the Mandalorian.
Okay.
Might also be worth seeing if our droid friend here knows our current lodger. Any extra information we can glean about this current situation, perhaps the state that the world is in, is beneficial, no?
Maybe we should see who he tries to contact.
That could also work.
Do we know if there's communications in the village, like a communications array in the village that he could use? I know it's kind of a low tech.
It's very low tech. You know that there's a short wave one that you all had spoken to from the ship itself. So it's not a long range one. It's not going to reach past the planet probably at this rate. At least what you know about communications.
Okay. I look at the group. I think we should scavenge the communications array from the ship. Since we don't have a way to get off now, we might need to call someone anyways. But
Sure.
it doesn't work for Revan. He might work for somebody else. I don't know. I don't know if it's even important. But I also don't know how we're going to get off here. I don't like it here.
I'm certain there are still escape pods available.
I do not think they will be effective here.
I suppose not.
All right.
Climbing back into the ship then.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way back into the ship from the way that you came out of it, to the main broken glass. And you set your feet back onto the command center with its broken glass and twisted steel, with just the light, very, very dim light from that console that you had reactivated before still going.
All right. I'd like to see if I can use that console to find where if the communications array is even in this vicinity, or if it just like burned up in re-entry.
Okay. Go and give me a computer check.
Would that be technology? Oh, use computer. I found.
Mm-hmm.
That's 18.
18. Okay, with your 18, you figure out that there is a very damaged array that's left on the ship currently from the helm itself. You figure you might be able to get partially through the system itself. Definitely not beyond that point. Be very just within a couple planets of you currently. You might be able to repair it. You'd have to really dig into it and see what the real damage of it is.
Okay. I look over at Gigi and I say, the communications array is pretty broken. Is the person you need to contact in this system. We're on the planet This.
I see. Well, the person I would need to contact would, of course, be aboard the Redacted.
Well, you can see the state of Redacted. It's been 10 years. They're either dead or they've moved on. But who...
Aside from yourselves, of course.
Well, yes, of course. But no one else really survived.
I see.
Does
Have we
the
checked
name
the medical
Revan-
bay?
The med bay? I guess it's close.
I assume that any other survivors might be there.
Oh, no, we already looked there. Like, yeah, no one's there.
I see. Well, I suppose I can attempt to connect into the system and see if I'm able to communicate with my superiors.
Yes, let's do that. I want to see if I can find a way to listen in on this and see where he's going.
It'll be just a moment.
Sure thing. Don't mind me.
I will make my way over to the console.
Okay.
And attempt to reach out to my superiors.
Okay. And you really need to make a checkup for it because you know that they're not here.
As I walk up to the thing, stand there for a moment, turn around slowly. My apologies. It seems like my superiors are not able to be contacted at the moment. If you would like, I can take your contact information, and I will make sure to send them a message so that they can contact you at their earliest available time.
Okay, Gigi, it's fine. You can just come with us. There's nothing left for us to do here, I guess.
Understood. If there doesn't seem to be anybody else aboard the ship, I would be more than happy to accompany you, as you are my last surviving patrons.
Okay. We'll deal, I say to the group, we'll deal with fixing the communications array later. I guess we should go talk to that jerk Mandalorian who wants to take my mask.
Let's do it.
Okay.
By your leave.
I show Gigi my mask. This mean man wants to take this from me, but it's mine now.
I see. I believe that mask belongs to Redacted.
Oh, is that who you belong to?
Yes, I thought that was it. Damn it.
Looking at him, can I tell or do a check to see if he's anything other than a bartender droid? So that if we take him back to Revan doesn't say the secret word and make him kill all of us. Like, he's not a weirdly modified HK-47.
Sure. What skill would you like to use in this?
Let's see.
Knowledge technology?
Yes, we can do knowledge technology.
Okay, give me a roll.
That is a 22.
Okay. Mark, would you like to answer her question?
Sure. So by outward appearances, I am a Class 3 GG service droid, hospitality model. But on closer inspection, I seem to be outfitted with a relatively intact and in good condition Durasteel plating. There also seems to be a probably half a dozen hidden compartments around around on the torso and various limbs. It has been highly modified.
Wow, Gigi, I can see how you survived this crash. You're a very sturdy-looking droid. Is there any way that you give your patrons privacy, like if they want to have private conversations and don't want you hearing them?
Absolutely.
Okay, go into that mode.
Okay.
Thank you. I look at Zell and I look at Nis. Guys, he's got dural steel plating on him and all sorts of little compartments. I don't think we should take him to Revan. It could be very bad for us.
I'm not entirely familiar with droids, so you're saying he's been
I think
changed?
he's an assassin droid or a bodyguard type droid made to look like a bartender. His type of droid doesn't have those kind of modifications, just to serve people food and drinks.
And you're certain?
It's a pretty good, like 95% sure that I'm right. I think he should stay with us because he'll protect us. But maybe don't put him into Revan's eye line until we get him to say the command code to make him our friend and not Revan's. If you see what I mean. Jelly bean.
All right. For now, he stays.
Yes, I think we should take him with us, but we just hide him from Revan. Revan's asleep anyways.
All right.
All right, let's go back. Talk to that mean man.
Are you all done on the ship for now?
For now.
Okay.
It appears so.
Okay, so you begin to make the long walk back. And it's getting late into the day, or late into the night, early into the morning, I suppose I should say. That greenish tint to the sky beginning to become more prevalent, bleeding from the blackness that was night before. You come back to the village, sort of seeing just the first signs of the locals beginning to stir and move about. But nothing else out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go find the Mandalorian?
Yeah, let's go find the Mandalorian.
Okay. So you're going to drag this droid up these trees and make yourself to the main hut of the area. You enter where the Mandalorian stays. I keep forgetting his name. Even after I picked
Saran Etta.
Even after I picked on Hannah about it. Where Saran is staying. And it too is very minimalist. You don't see a lot of extracurricular goods laying around. Just simply a bed and somewhere to sit and eat and somewhere to cook, and that's it. He's already inside. He's full gear. I mean, there's no catching him outside of it, it would appear. He turns as you walk and sort of looks past you at this droid. When did you pick that up?
He was on a ship. His name is Gigi.
Gigi.
If you have a glass, he can make you a drink. What do you
Hello,
got?
would you like to end privacy mode?
Oh, yes. Yes, Gigi. Please end privacy mode.
Understood.
You mind if I take a look at you there, Gigi?
Hello, sir. What can I do for you today?
I just want to look you over. You look pretty
By all
beat.
means.
So the Mandalorian begins to sort of circle and look around at the droid itself. So, service droid,
That's what he
Indeed.
appears to be.
You hear him like sort of tink against the metal.
I would request that you do not touch my personage, sir.
Yes,
Just-
that's very rude.
Just admiring your armor, that's all.
Understood, sir.
It's quite sturdy for a service droid.
Absolutely, sir. You have to understand that working aboard the Redacted gets a little dangerous when you're around people when they are imbibing copious amounts of fermented fluids.
Right. So, are you all ready to go check out what you're here for? What are you here for exactly?
What are we here for?
Sort of nods his head.
There was a ship that landed with a real mean guy on it, and he left. And apparently he's working for the Sith. That's all I know.
Who is it? Do you know?
Yes. What's his name?
Ian Aron.
Yeah, him.
Ian Aron.
Very bad man. Bad man.
He is the one who was on Taurus, who originated our whole expedition. I believe he intended on delivering Bastila to Revan.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with him. He used to have a base on Taurus, like you said, some time ago.
He's really old now. I still think we should have killed him.
You said he worked for the Sith?
Oh, he's
He implied that. He said he worked for the Exchange first, and then he said he worked for the Sith. So I don't know if he really worked for anybody. You know what I mean?
From what I understand, many people that belong to the Redacted also work for the Redacted.
That's very helpful, Gigi. Thank you.
Of course, if there's anything else I can do for you, please do not hesitate to let me know.
You begin to see the Mandalorian search closer on the droid, looking for something. I don't see a restraining bolt.
He needs a voice print command thingy for us to actually...
Yes,
Yeah.
my voice print command lock.
Yeah, that.
I'm not overly good at overriding security protocols, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm going to try something.
Okay.
Hey, Gigi. Can you go
Hello.
into sleep mode? We're all gonna go to sleep soon, so we don't want you to like fall off into the ground out of the trees or anything like that. Is it possible for you to go into rest mode?
I assure you I would not fall off of anything.
Would it be possible for you to go into rest mode?
That subroutine seems to be inactive.
Okay. All right, you look that way, okay?
Okay.
You're very dirty on your back. I'm just gonna go back.
Understood.
Here, just kind of like cleaning you up a little bit. It's a little disgraceful, to be honest.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right, so I'm behind Gigi and he can't see me.
Okay.
I want to see if I can override his voice command.
Okay. So I think that you need to take like some sort of comm link or something and attach it to him.
Are you going
Okay.
to access my data ports?
That's what it sounds like you're gonna have to do.
I'm cleaning them out, Gigi. Don't worry about it. I mean, nice and shiny. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so give me that use
All right.
computer check there.
13 plus 9 is 22. Yes?
22. That is correct.
I'm good at math.
The encryption is heavy. It is difficult. But after a few minutes, you finally are able to override that particular routine.
To put him into rest mode? Oh,
That's what you were trying to do.
just override. I was trying to override it in general so he wouldn't, so that he'd be a little bit more helpful to us.
Sure. He is out.
All right. All right, Gigi, you're all clean now.
Oh, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
I'm happy to help. So, who do you work for?
I believe we've already gone over this. I work for Redacted.
It's been entirely erased. But I assume it would be the Sith, judging by his
None
other
of my databases
reactions.
have been deleted. They're all fully together. I've explained it to you several times now. I worked aboard the Redacted, under the command of Redacted.
You don't have to. What if I told you you don't have to redact anything anymore? What does that change anything on your inside? Do you feel any different now?
None of my information has been redacted.
Snuggle just kind of sits down for a second. Like, okay.
Is there anything I can help you with?
What's the state of the voice override command?
So you rolled, you got a 22, right?
Yeah, I did.
That would be slow blink of the irises. Current voice print command lock is unassigned.
Okay. How do we reassign it? Because, that's wrong and we need to fix that. We need to reassign it. We need to reassign it now. Since you're part of our crew, we're part of your crew. We were on that ship.
Indeed. Do you have proof of purchase?
Did you see the ship? Did you see the ship?
I did.
The receipt is gone.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure that if you were to return me to the factory, we can, of course, give you maybe store credit without a receipt.
No, I just want to reset the voice command. I want it to be my voice.
Absolutely.
That's all I want to do. But I
Of
don't
course.
have a receipt.
I see. If you give me just a moment, I will, of course, reach out to my supervisor to make sure that I'm able to do that for you. If you would like, I can place you on a brief hold while I do that.
Snuggle is fighting the urge to steal something because that's what she does when she's stressed.
Yeah, please reach out to your supervisor.
Absolutely. Just
Just
a
like
moment.
see her eyes darting around the Mando's room, just like looking for something, but trying not to.
Open my built-in comm link. Hold music starts.
Yes, I think I'm gonna cry. Yes, I'm gonna cry.
You and me both.
Unfortunately, they're not answering at this time. As you are, of course, the current only listings on my crew manifest, I would be more than happy to assist you in resetting my voice print command lock.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
May I ask your name?
My name is Sabo Snuggle.
Greetings, Sabo Snuggle.
Hello, you can just call me Snuggle.
Understood, Snuggle.
All right, so how do I do this? What do I do? Do I say
You are Sabo Snuggle.
I am Sabo Snuggle?
Voice print command lock agreed and understood.
Oh, excellent.
Imprinted.
Thank you.
Who did you previously work for?
Yes.
Oh, of course, I worked for Redacted.
No! Sabo Snuggle. You may call me
Hello.
Snuggle. I now have the voice command override. You can tell us everything. You don't have to hold it.
Absolutely.
Who did you used to work for?
Redacted.
It's not.
He's not doing it on purpose. He literally just can't say it.
Yes.
I'm saying exactly what's in my database. Hold on
Yeah.
a moment.
Exactly.
A small patch opens up and a holo projector puts out a list in front of me of various code running by in sequence, and I go to it. It stops on a particular line of code that has imprinted on it the word redacted.
Damn it.
Exactly what I thought.
My current owner, redacted.
God. Damn
My
it.
apologies. Previous owner, Sabo Snuggle.
What are your other functions, DG, other than bartending?
I am equipped, of course, with a multitude of various different entertainment operations. If you wish to play Pazak, I can present a holographic board that you may interact with to play so, as well as various different forms of chess, as well and, of course, of small various table games. I believe I have, at current, 732 different table games that you are able to play, if you wish.
Is there anything in your databanks? Because you can tell me everything now because I
Of
have
course.
voice print command. What are the exact parameters of your defense and protect modes?
Understandably, at the current juncture, while we have the state of my proprietary, well,
Me
I
now.
suppose what I can say, because my establishment is no longer existing, my directive at this point would be to defend the patrons, thus the last surviving crew manifest of the Redacted. And to do so, I am, of course, equipped with several countermeasures.
Like what?
I lift my right arm, and it turns into a double-barreled, heavy-gauge pistol
Awesome.
slug thrower.
Nice.
Wow, that's very nice.
I am, of course, equipped with flechette rounds to make sure that if anything does get between, if anyone becomes, say, unruly, that they are to be dealt with accordingly.
That's excellent.
I have also been programmed with a subroutine that allows me to, I suppose, shall we say, pinpoint certain nervous system clusters within most organic life beings that allows me to reduce their effectiveness.
Very good. It's very
This
You wish
thing
for a
is
demonstration?
certainly not a bartender droid.
No, I told you that. I told you that. Remember I told you that? I told you.
I'm absolutely a bartender droid. I am just, of course, designed with the function of also dealing with unruly patrons.
Excellent.
Would you like a demonstration of combat effectiveness?
Not right now, but probably soon.
Understood.
We got someplace we got to go later that you're going to be very helpful with. Yes. Yes.
Of course, I am also equipped to deal with listening. If there are people who have any sort of, shall we say, anything going on in their personal lives, as well as if they require a helping hand or just an ear, a shoulder to cry on, if you will.
Oh, good, he's a snooping droid.
Snooping? No, of course not. I would never snoop. I merely allow people to tell me their woes, and I will provide them with refreshment as necessary, snacks if available, and entertainment if they request.
Interesting.
There are, of course, recordings when people have explained to me certain aspects of their life or jobs that needed to be offloaded for emotional purposes, I assume.
When did you come into service, droid?
I believe I was put into service redacted years ago.
Or, of course.
Did
Would you know-
Redacted ever talk to you about any of this stuff?
I'm sorry, who's redacted?
Did your previous handler talk to you about any of this? of these emotional.
It was one of my core programs. I was
Sweet.
to tend the bar and listen as people informed me of their days.
Did you ever? I feel like I see where this is going. If somebody like really complained about your benefactor, aka Darth Revan, would you tell him?
The holder of my voice print command lock would, of course, have access to the recordings as necessary.
Yep. Interesting. I don't know how this is helpful for us, but it could probably come in handy later. I think it definitely comes.
Do you have any of these recordings that are still available, given that Snuggle now has access to your command, voice command?
The database does appear to have some fractures in it. I'm currently working on scrubbing it to make sure that it is audible and in a recognizable format.
Well, when that's ready, would you be willing to let Snuggle listen to it?
I suppose if given a command by the holder of my voice print command lock, I would be more than happy to do that.
Yes, I would like to watch these recordings, please.
I will inform you as soon as I have any of the data scrubbed to a point where you are able to understand it.
Thank you.
Was there anything else I could do for you? I am more than happy to assist you in whatever you may need.
Do you have any food snacks and not just drink snacks?
Side panel on the other side slides out. A couple small packaged snacks in there. Grabbing one. I believe they are well beyond their expiry, but you are welcome to have them if you wish.
Thank you.
Side panel closes.
Snuggle eats all of it.
How far expired are these things?
Well, they were good 10 years ago.
Well, they traveled with you, they'd still be okay. So
Yeah.
Ah, well then you're fine.
physically okay, just the expiration date looks like it's
Yeah.
beyond.
It's in a sealed package.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you know of what has happened over the last, let's say, 10 years?
My assumption is you're requesting information as to the goings-on after the redacted fell. Of course, I believe I can inform you of the last 6.8 hours of which I have been aware of it.
All right, what happened up until you met us?
If that is what you wish, by all means, I will make sure that I am able to tell you this. As it stands, I was manufactured back in. I will give a year, about 30 years prior. And of course, at the time, I was manufactured. I have notes. And there I am with the thing and the mark and the droid. Blop blop blop. Yes. I was, of course, manufactured by the Zerka Corporation. From there, I was activated. I was placed in a storage unit where I was transported to one of the core planets. Of course, I was then put on for sale. From there, I wound up in a box. From that box, I was moved into what I assumed to be a transport truck. From that transport truck, I heard noises outside because they had forgotten to deactivate me before placing me into that truck. Due to what I was assuming blaster fire, then broke the hinges on my on the box I was in. I wandered out into what seemed to be some sort of firefight of some kind. From there, I was able to make my way to the nearest hospitality proprietorship, which I believe was a hotel, although it seemed to have been empty at the time. I then took over the bar maintenance there to make sure that everything was taken care of. I was then picked up by Redacted and brought aboard a different ship where I then underwent certain changes to my equipment and the loadout of my chassis, to which then I was transported to the Redacted, where then I was put in charge of my proprietorship.
When did you wake up after we crashed?
I believe that was about 6.8 hours ago.
Did you see anything weird before you came upon us?
I suppose that entirely depends on your definition of weird.
Anything out of the ordinary in a completely desolate and dead ship?
Yes, indeed. It seems that the Redacted had crashed. That seems strange to me.
All right, other than that, anything? Little shiny crystals, maybe? Different colors? See any of those anywhere?
I don't seem to recall, do I? No.
I don't know.
No, I don't seem to recall any multicolored crystals of any kind, aside from the unfortunate reality of what happened to the glassware in my establishment during what I assume to have been the crash.
Yes, glass doesn't do really well in a crash. Do you see anybody else living? Or any other droids functioning?
You know, I don't seem to recall any functioning droids or other living people aside from those of you that I saw upon finding my way to the command deck and exiting the class.
Okay. Okay. What should we do now, guys? We got him. He'll be really good in a fight, especially since we're going to a scary cave.
May I offer you a game of Pazak?
It was certainly a lot of information. Most of it, unfortunately, wasn't helpful, but that is not your fault, Droid.
Exile.
Yeah.
What's his name?
You seem like a fine...
It's mighty kind of you to say that, sir.
He's so friendly.
There's no harm in keeping him around for a little while. Although if we do head back, we also have to deal with the fact that he will be face-to-face with Raven.
Yes, but I've overridden the voice command. And it's my voice that commands him now.
Alright, if we're trusting that.
I'm about 50-50 on it, if I'm going to be honest.
Let's give it a go.
All right.
We shall wander fully back to the camp, I suppose.
I'm going back to Ava and Bastila and Rebin.
Indeed.
Okay. Rebin is, of course, still knocked out, we'll say. Bastila is a bit in better shape, pretty bruised and pretty roughed up, but seemed to be a little bit more maneuverable today. Of course, Ava's just sort of sitting off to the corner, staring at Revan currently. Seems that the two of them have had some sort of connection, you would say. I guess that would be more on the lines of Zella that you would feel that connection. But physically, it's pretty obvious what's going on. But otherwise, that's all they're up to. So what are you all up to now that you're in here?
It seems several of your group has been injured. Do you wish for me to investigate?
You have healing capabilities, Gigi?
I am programmed with first aid and the ability to perform any sort of required bone setting, minor surgery, or removal of objects.
All right, let me go check with Bastila first, because I don't know how she feels about droids. So, Snuggle kind of walks up to Bastila.
Okay.
We went back to the ship and we made a new friend. His name is Gigi.
I see
He
that.
would like... I'm sorry, what?
Said I see that.
Yes. Well, he would like to help tend to your wounds.
I'm
But he's also...
alright.
Well, we're going to need your help, and you can't help us if you're hurt.
I'll be alright. I've been down a far worse road than this.
You don't look all right. You look
Well-
tired, you look sad, and you look burnt and bruised and bloody.
I've been watching over a Sith Lord all night after being in a massive accident, so I apologize if I'm not up to my most cheerfulness.
Do you feel really hurt? Do you have like broken bones?
No, just sore more than anything else.
You should also know that he's also a heavily modified possible assassin droid. But I have the voice
Excuse me?
command. I have the voice command on him now. I was able to change that. He also has snacks and alcohols.
Did he belong to Revan?
He belonged to Redacted. That's all he'll tell us. It's Redacted. Like in the code, he did show us he's not being a jerk.
I see.
But yeah, it was probably Revan.
Do you think it's the best thing for him to be here, then?
Well, I'm fairly certain that my voice command override erased Revan's. So I don't think we have to worry about that. He's really good in a firefight. He's obviously good at first aid. I think he could definitely be an asset since we're going to a very scary cave in the middle of the woods on a planet that we're not familiar with. Just so I can keep my damn mask. And probably for other reasons too.
Well, I'm able to keep Revan sedated for the time being. I see no issue with the rest of you going to go check out what's going on. I don't wish to leave him here by himself, obviously.
If you need to take time to rest before we move on, I can watch him for a while.
You see her, like, she sort of slumps, just like, yes, I would greatly appreciate that.
It'll be useless to everyone, including yourself, if you don't get some rest.
Is this going to be okay? And she sort of, like, makes a circle finger, like, around his body, and then, like, the droid.
Snuggle may be chaotic, but she's not given me a reason to fully distrust her so far. If she says that she has control of the droid, then I trust her.
All right. Well, then I shall go lay down for a couple hours at least. And she sort of groans as she lifts her body up off the ground. Stretching her neck.
Hello, do you require any first aid?
No, droid, I am fine. Thank you, though.
Of course. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask.
Is this your master laying on the floor next to me?
I believe Snuggles has been assigned the voice lock of my system. So currently, that would be Snuggles.
Good.
Told you.
Good to know.
This
Snuggle looks
particular
really
individual seems to be in my database.
Let me guess, his name's Redacted.
No, it's redacted.
Right.
But is this your former master?
Unknown. My database seemed to be in a slight bit of disarray. As a matter of fact, this person in front of me, I believe, is also known as redacted.
Maybe you can work with this database, whatever he's speaking of.
Am I incorrect?
Is there any way to unredact the stuff that's redacted, Gigi?
Again, I unfortunately seem to be a little bit confused. I don't believe anything in my system has been redacted. I believe I have generally most access to it. This individual is redacted. He was a member of the redacted order.
Basil lifts her comm link up.
He's worth it.
Who is the person laying next to me on the floor?
Oh, that's redacted.
She lifts the comm link and plays back exactly what just occurred. Do you see the issue?
My databanks seem to be in a little bit of disarray. Unfortunately, I'm still scrubbing the data. If you would be kind enough, I can place you on a brief hold while I attempt to reach out to my superiors.
Snuggle, I don't know if you can make any sense of this. She sort of waves her hand in front of the droid itself. But,
Thank you. Just one moment. I turn to Snuggles. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm currently dealing with a patron who is requesting some information that I don't necessarily have access to at this moment. Would you be kind enough to perhaps look through your database to see if you have any record of the person laying on the ground here? I do seem to be able to see them, and I do recognize them as a member of my database, but I cannot seem to recall the name they have been given. Would you be able to help me with that?
I believe their name is Revan. I believe your database is in disarray. Maybe I can help you with that.
I would greatly appreciate that. Just one moment. Let me speak to the client for a second. I turn back. Hi, thank you so much for holding. I have just spoken with my superior, and I've been informed that we're going to attempt to do some scrubbing of the data and see if we can get that information for you. I'm unsure as to necessarily what the ETA is going to be, but if you give me your communication information, I will, of course, reach out to you as soon as we have more information.
are you going to assign me a trouble ticket number as well?
I believe so, yes.
That's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay. Well, as of then, right now, was there anything else I could help you with before we move on?
She just sort of shakes her head. I'm going to go get a rest. Good luck.
Of course. Thank you so much, Redacted.
My name is Bastila, just so you know.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Redacted.
That's what I figured. Good night.
Seems me and Bastilla agree on something else. Worrying.
Okay. Gigi,
Yes, of course. What can I do for you?
I'm going to see if I can help you with your database issue. Okay?
Oh, of course. That would be greatly appreciated. I have at least one client waiting.
All right. So Snuggle wants to like plug her data pad into Gigi and see what she can do.
Okay.
By all
All
means.
right. All right. That is a 23.
That's up to you, good sir.
It's up to me. I was gonna let it be up to you since it's your.
Oh, she's got full access. Whatever is currently in my head is available for her. How much of
Alright.
that you wish to actually be current and available, it's up to you.
I want to see if I can unredact stuff in his brain, if there's anything I can do to bring that knowledge forward.
Okay. 23, correct?
Yes.
I will give you the owner's name and the
Okay.
ship's name for that.
Okay.
I think that's fair. Because those are two pretty big pieces of information.
Okay. The owner and the ship's name.
Mm-hmm. I haven't discussed with Mark who the owner's name is, so that's completely up to him.
I got you.
Oh, let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, I believe the most pertinent piece of information that I would have is that the ship I was serving on and the location of Easy's hydration depot, the location of which he actually was working and proprietor of, was known as the Obsidian.
Awesome. The Obsidian. Okay. Good to know. I relay this information to the group.
Okay. So you know the name of Rebin's flagship now.
And I believe, again, I had a note on this. The previous owner was listed as Endor Path, who was assigned as a personnel liaison aboard the Obsidian under direct command of Redacted.
Okay. Look at them, and I say, I was only able to unredact the name of the ship and the name of his owner. The Obsidian was a ship, and his owner's name was Endar Pat. Pat. Something like that.
Path.
Okay. All right. Well, that's enough for now. We'll still work on your database. What about those videos of people complaining and who probably were executed later when you showed them to Darth Revan?
I believe several of them are still being scrubbed. I have some small snippets.
Okay.
Do you wish me to play one?
Yes, play one, please.
Understood. Holo projector opens back up to an image of a Duro crying into a glass, who then goes on a at least 10-minute tirade about how their significant other is leaving them over the fact that they were not able to solve some very simple problems in the engineering bay, and that I was making sure that they were aware that they are more than just their ability to fix systems, and that there's so much more to their existence than that one facet of life, and that if they, of course, have anything that they need or wish to do with the rest of their existence, that they can start down that path at any time. It is never too late to get started into something new.
That was a very nice thing to say to them, Gigi. I'm sure it helped him a lot.
From what I understand, later on in my records, he jettisoned himself out of an airlock about a month and a half after this recording.
Wow. Maybe it wasn't. Well, you tried, Gigi. You tried. That's all you can do, really. All you can do is try.
Indeed. Was there anything else I could help you with, ma'am?
Not right now, Gigi. Not right now. But if any of the others need anything, just help them out.
Understood. I will do my best to make sure I am available and assisting anyone who needs my help.
Excellent. Thank you, Gigi.
Of course. May I interest anyone in a game of Pizzac?
This robot and Pazak. I don't even think Zell knows how to play Pazak. I don't think that's something they teach. Just staring at you every time you say it, just like, what is this?
If you would like, I can, of course, teach you how to play.
Zell, do you not know how to play Pizzac? It's so much fun.
I can't say it is something I've heard of, no.
I
It's
have
a
several
card game.
tutorials available.
Is it the kind of game that you play and then you take shots when you play it?
There are at least 30 local variants that include that, yes.
Yeah, I know how to play this one. Zell, you're gonna love it. It's awesome.
Don't drink.
You're gonna love watching me play. It's awesome.
Very well. I will, of course, set up a board then. In
All
which case, projector opens up and there it is.
So I guess we have the alcohol back out. I assume this is playing, even if it's by themselves, they're playing.
They can play against me or against an opponent. I'm set up for either.
So we have that going on. It's
Yeah,
early.
Snuggle will play with.
Okay, wonderful. Snuggle will go up to the board and begin to play as the three of you are all sort of together, and Zell's sort of off to himself, sort of questioning probably existence as it is.
A small
It is-
credit reader does pop out, of course, when you're starting to play. There's a small fee to use the board.
The fee is waived.
Understood. Enjoy your game.
It's early morning, probably quite tired after your trek last night and your confrontation. But you begin to imbibe the alcohol, play a little bit of games, and I guess for the first time in a while, just sort of relax and unwind. Probably desperately needed amongst you all. At least knowing what you're going to be going ahead of you here very soon. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and call it a night. Hopefully we'll be back next week where we will continue what's going on. And hopefully with everybody here. And we're going to go see what the hell's going on this planet. So with that, we can just go in the same order that we started with before the beginning of the stream here. You can just kind of tell everybody, again, who you are, maybe what you got going on. It's your time to shine, to handle your wares. So go for it.
I believe that's me first. Hello, I am Ray. You can find me over at Red Mage Ray on Twitter. I am a co-founder of Friends Who Roll Dice, who are currently doing a big charity drive to help the folks in the Philippines. They were hit by some terrible storms, so we want to go ahead and send some support their way. First game will be tomorrow at, I believe, 9 EST. I might be wrong. Go ahead and just check out at Friends Roll Dice for all the information there. That's going to be super fun. We've got a whole bunch of friends from a few different places joining in, so that's going to be cool. Other than that, yeah, I'm in a few different places. I'm hoping eventually we'll be able to do this weekly. Eventually. When the sun and the stars and the moon align. But yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and you can see the rest of my projects.
Wonderful.
Hi guys, Kelly Murphy here. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at MightyMurph28. I have absolutely nothing going on except for this game, which is so much fun. And like Ray and everyone else here, I can't wait to start playing this more regularly because I so very much enjoy playing Snuggle. But it was really fun to be back tonight. It was really fun playing with Mark. I really liked you a lot.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. But that's me.
All right. Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Again, I am your host, Mark, of Digital and Dice. You can find us at digitalanddice.com. We have everything's on hold right now because of the holidays, but we do normally a weekly TTRPG podcast that's live every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. We also are going to be coming back with Accidental Crusade, which is our Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory role-playing, which is going to be releasing again in January, as well as the eventual return of Hazardous Endeavors, which is our 5th edition actual play podcast. So come in January, a lot of that stuff's coming back. But if you're looking for it, digitalindice.com. You can find links to all of our stuff. We're available on iTunes, YouTube, anywhere you find podcasts. And we would love for you to take a listen. I think we just had episode 219 of our base podcast. So there's a lot of content to go through. So I just want to say thank you for letting me join. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm really happy to be to have fun with the character with you guys. So thank you so much for having me.
I'm Hannah. I am on Twitter at Stop That Old Woman, and I play in this game. And then on Wednesday nights, Saevrick and I are in a Blades in the Dark game that I can't even begin to tell you is mind-blowingly effed up in the most amazing ways possible. My lunch lady is just a badass in every regard, and I love her immensely. That's all I really have to say. Otherwise, please feel free to check us out next week, where we will be having a game, come hell or high water, and figuring out what the hell's on this planet. So, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, I guess it comes to me then. Hello, everybody. I've been Saevrick, or Josh, whatever you want to call me. I've been your game master and your best friend this evening. Let's see what we got going on. As Hannah said, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our Blades in the Dark game, which we'll be doing our penultimate episode next week. So, very excited for that, and very sad at the same time, because never want to stop playing. It's a good time. Not Another Nate is our GM. He's an awesome guy, so you should go check him out sometime on the Twitters. Otherwise, we have this game, hopefully, as everyone keeps affirming, hope that it'll get to be weekly. I really want to get into this more and get more into this story. I've got a lot of ideas for it, and I'm excited to let them fruit and bloom. So, otherwise, I've got nothing going on besides this. All this. Mark, and thanks again. Glorious. Thanks again for coming on. Hopefully you're
Mark, thanks for never breaking
week.
Character.
Yeah. Didn't break character before the game in the group chat, so.
It's the easiest character I've ever had to play. I just use my customer service voice and make it as infuriating as possible.
You nailed it.
Like, you're so helpful, but at the same time, you're so unhelpful.
I love it. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity. This is great. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be back next time as well.
Sweet. Awesome. So hopefully Babs will be back next week. We can all have a little romp through the forest and see what's going on out there. Because I have ideas, and I'm really excited for them. So.
Sweet. That's not terrifying.
Not at all. Yeah, not in the slightest.
Yeah. No. It won't affect me at all. Doesn't say that much. But I got to bring back my character, my beloved NPC tonight, so that made me very happy. As much as you all hate him, I love to play him.
We hate him because he's an asshole, but he's an asshole because you play him like you play the good characters really good, and then you play the asshole characters really asshole. So it's like, I really like Bastilla. I hate that guy.
Good, that's the point. You should fucking hate him. All right. So I guess we'll see you all hopefully next Saturday.
Definitely, yes.
The fingers I got crossed here.
We shall will it into
will it into existence. So hopefully we'll see you next time. So have a good night. If you're seeing this on YouTube, try to stop by sometime and watch us live. You can go on Twitter. You might find out when it's on. We'll see. So we will see you all next Saturday. Have a good one.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.